welcome to Gutted. I'm Aleece.
And I'm Tony, and we're here to spill our guts about horror film trailers. And today we have a very exciting trailer to review. It is a movie that we have not seen yet. It's 1988's Zombie 3, written and directed by Lucio Fulci.
Yeah, and if you like what you hear today, please don't forget to subscribe, like, or follow us. Give us a rating wherever you get your podcast.
Let's just get right into that trailer.
Zombie 3.
Zombie 3. I kind of have always been curious about the zombie. That's Z-O-M-B-I.
No E at the end.
Yeah. So this is the Italian zombie series.
Mm-hmm.
I believe there are 5 of them.
Yeah, this is just 3.
And I've only seen Zombie 2, unfortunately. Zombie 1 is just what they call Dawn of the Dead in Italy. It's called, or it's not called Zombie 1, it's called Zombie.
Oh no, that's confusing. I've only seen the shark battle, a zombie scene in Zombie 2, and I thought I saw it. I was like, oh, I've seen that, but I don't think I have.
I enjoyed Zombie 2 when I watched it. However, I can't remember exactly all of the details, except for like it had really good gore scenes, but it was like it's kind of dated.
I feel like Lucio Fulci is known for pushing the gore scenes at that time. What movie was it where he flew in like vats of maggots and just tossed them in all the actors' faces for 30 minutes straight?
That's City of the Living Dead. Yeah.
I love that scene. I'm sure the actors didn't love it.
He has a certain aesthetic when it comes to zombies.
Certain flair.
Well, they look like they came up out of the ground. They're really dirty and grimy.
Rotty. Yeah.
And they're just, it's a different look than like the Romero zombies.
You're right. They look a little calloused over. They look like they decomposed and got gooey, but then dried over and got calloused and scabby. Yeah,
like they're growing plants out of them.
Yes.
They're sort of like their own little self-sustaining habitat.
Yeah, they have like barnacles.
And like succulents like growing out of their eye sockets.
Cool. That is, I feel like that is more realistic. If you put a zombie into the ground for a long time, they're going to start growing things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this film came out in 1988, directed by Lucio Fulci.
According to IMDb, he was co-director along with Claudia Fragasso and Bruno Mattei.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, this movie looks like it is kind of an action film.
Yeah.
Who knows if it's actually even a sequel to Zombie 2.
But also it has 3 writers. It has Lucio Fulci, Claudia Fragasso, and Rossella Drudy.
Yeah.
And so when I saw that on IMDb, I'm like, well, that just tells me there's no cohesion.
It's cohesion within that movie or
within this movie. Like,
I'm sure it's a hot mess. I mean, the trailer itself is there's no dialogue. It's just a really kind of like 80s action, like dun 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 dun.
It's like some stock sound
and then
bite.
Zombie 3 with really cool font. And
really cool font.
Typography.
And they really love that font too because they use that sign or they use that title screen 5 times.
Oh, 5? Oh, I thought it was 3 times for Zombie 3.
That would make sense. I feel like it was more than 3. It was 4 or 5.
And the trailer was just like, okay, it starts off with an explosion or fire and a flamethrower.
They might be at a gas station.
And there's some army looking guy and he's just like killing zombies or he's hiding from zombies. He's kind of Rambo style.
Then you're in an apartment complex and a bunch of dudes in hazmat suits rush in.
Tons of dudes.
Pull out all the occupants who look really stunned. And so are they really living there? Some guy's shaving.
Yeah, and it looks like this is in some tropical setting or there's like a scene of some really beautiful ocean cliffs.
Maybe Lucio Fulci just wanted to go on vacation and he's like, I need money to make a movie. Let me go to this tropical island.
There's probably
oasis.
parts of parts of Italy or, somewhere around the Mediterranean that are really beautiful
fine.
like that.
He stayed at home. Beautiful Italy.
I mean, this isn't Pittsburgh, so, he
traveled to exotic Pittsburgh.
Exactly.
To film Zombie 3.
But anyways, so then we also have just a bunch of crazy zombie action, and these zombies look a little more aggressive than the Romero zombies.
Some of them look aggressive. Like one has a machete, one is dive bombing onto some lady. But then there's a group of 6 of them who look more like the Romero zombies, and they're just kind of lumbering around.
So when they're in big groups, they're more lumbery.
Yeah.
But when they are one-on-one, they will wield that machete.
Now's my time to shine.
Yeah,
I'm going to show you what I can do.
They can jump. They can jump from the second story down to the first story.
Yeah.
And they're pretty wild.
They can use tools. They can
super
use
aggressive. Yeah.
Yeah. They're angry. One looked very decomposed, and it was just almost like a Sam Raimi shot of him flying through the air.
Oh yeah, that was
the camera was on the zombie head flying through the air.
They had some other cool shots in the trailer of colored lit crevices with fog, and then you see like a zombie hand pop out.
Oh yeah, it looked kind of like John Carpenter's The Fog almost, where the main blonde lady's running away from some zombies, and then where she gets to, I think she's on a bridge, and the fog kind of parts. And then there's more zombies.
Yeah, and that's a very Fulci thing.
Ooh, fog.
That sort of like fog and colored light effect, and it's like really super moody.
Ethereal greenish blue.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, I mean, I'm not like I'm not like a Fulci expert. I would say that I'm a fan of Fulci films.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of Fulci films, or do they kind of all blend?
They all blend except for that maggot scene.
Yeah.
I recognize that maggot scene. All right, what are your predictions for this movie? Zombie 3, the third installment. The second or third installment.
Okay, I'm very curious if this is going to be an actual sequel to Zombie 2.
Yeah.
Not that I remember any of the plot from Zombie 2. I think maybe the zombies have more to do with like a biological experiment, because there's a bunch of hazmat peeps running around, and that's the same in Zombie 2, if I can remember correctly.
Trying to contain the situation. Well, they did a bad job because Zombie 3 happened.
Well, I mean, that happens in every zombie movie. You can never contain zombies.
Can't contain it.
There's always one that leaks out and gets to spread the infection
ride
again.
A shark to the next island.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So I think that I think it appears to be that this is more of an action film than like a plot or character driven film.
Yeah, when I looked up the actors to see what else they had been in, a few of them were just stuntmen in other movies.
Yeah,
so that makes sense. One guy's dangling from a helicopter. One guy runs and jumps onto a helicopter. And then zombies emerge from this pile of hay to grab him and yank him off.
Yeah.
That was fun.
So my predictions are that it's going to have a flimsy plot at best. Yeah. So sort of like there has been a biological disaster and the government has to come and clean up these zombies.
But this high school girl's on a field trip and she has to battle all the zombies on her own because apparently she's by herself the whole time.
I'm going to say she's like a researcher who's there to figure out the source of the zombie epidemic.
She's wearing her cool denim jacket.
I mean, that's the Italian style. So
she like came off a bus at one point. I feel like she's on vacation. She's there to meet her exchange family.
And then
she's vacationing from Norway.
So she's vacationing from Norway. These are your predictions. We're still trying to say my predictions.
Oh, okay, sorry. I want us to have a combined prediction.
Oh, okay. Okay, so she's a researcher from Norway.
Yeah.
And she meets this military guy who's there. He's like special ops. He's got the flamethrower.
He's a hunk with a flamethrower.
Yeah, and he's
literal hottie.
Yeah, and since it's like late 80s Italy, I have a feeling that it's going to be like damsel in distress a little bit. I think they might try to throw her some character development in that she's like a strong woman who can save the day, fend for herself.
She can really roll. There's a scene where she's rolling down steps to get away from a zombie trying to chop her with a machete.
Yeah.
That's a really fast roll downstairs. That looked painful. So I think she can hold her own. And at one point, I think she's taking a nap in a tomb.
Yeah.
And a zombie is getting ready to like dive onto her. And she wakes up at the last second. So she's got good senses. But she's sleeping in a tomb for some reason. I don't know.
Well, okay. So I have a feeling that in the end, I almost feel like he's going to use a lot of the things that he's used in previous movies where it's like, they discover some secret tomb and there's a bunch of zombies there and they have to escape and they're in a graveyard or something like that. Yeah.
It's bird flu.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot the bird. Okay.
That's flying around. And there's a group of 6 people that are really afraid of this bird. And the only reason to be afraid of a bird flying around, and it's obviously dangled by a string, but they're terrified of this bird. I think it has zombie bird flu.
I think you're probably right. That bird looked ragged.
A little worse for wear.
Yeah. What do you think that you're going to like about this film?
You know, I think I'm going to like that bird scene because if I know Fulci and I don't.
If I know Fulci and I don't, I think you've seen more Fulci movies than you actually think.
Maybe I have, but if I know Fulci at all, then I think he probably used a real dead bird and he's really flinging it at his actors. So I'm really curious to see the reactions of these poor actors as they find out this bird carcass is being thrown at them and they're being filmed. And there's actually a potential of bird flu, not zombie bird flu, but like the actual bird flu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
more prediction.
Okay.
One more like, okay, Zombie 2, zombies battled a shark. This one seemed a more swampy environment. I would love to see a zombie alligator crocodile battle.
I feel like we would have saw that in the trailer.
Man.
It seemed like this trailer wasn't trying to hide anything. They kind of showed you all of the best zombie
they
kills.
Had some birds. So no zombie battling alligator.
I think it's going to be zombie battling bird, if anything.
Dang, that's a step down.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed now. All right. What are you going to like?
I'm going to like the effects and the look of the zombies and maybe not much else. I mean, it's kind of sometimes fun to just watch a cheesy action film. Look, it's full of awesomeness. This guy's going to jump across a bridge and it blows up and then he stabs a zombie.
For a helicopter. We got a helicopter, guys.
Yeah.
And we're going to use it.
So I have a feeling they showed us all of the best parts in the trailer, unfortunately.
Very true. Yeah, Fulci's like, I need to get funded for one more film, please.
Yeah.
And he did. He got funded for 2 more, I'm guessing. Did he do Zombie?
I don't know if
5?
he did 4 and 5. I think he was off the project by that point.
Was he fired after?
He probably was just over it. Taking a look at the poster looks really awesome. It's like a lava explosion on an island with electricity. There are people screaming within the fist of...
It's like a barnacle-y zombie fist emerging from the volcano. And there's like faces blurred into the fist and a screaming lady.
It looks a lot like a Nightmare on Elm Street poster. It looks like a Dream Warriors kind of poster. The eyes and the sort of like deteriorated face are very Freddy-esque.
They do look very, and like the crackly nose looks very Freddy-esque.
Yeah, so I'm rating this poster very high. I don't know if we have a rating system for the posters, but
not yet.
This poster might be better than the movie.
All right. Would you put this poster in your dorm room?
I would totally put this. I would wear a shirt of this poster. I would get this poster tattooed on my sleeve.
Tattooed? Come on.
It looks amazing. I really like this poster.
You haven't even seen it yet. You can't just
I don't care.
Tattoo.
Yeah, I'll get the tattoo before seeing the movie.
All right, call it a Zombie 3 poser.
You know what? At a certain age, you don't mind if you're being called a poser anymore.
Yeah. You just want to look at that cool poster on your arm.
That's right.
Well, I'm rating this as I'll buy the sticker. I will take the sticker and put it on my computer.
There's only so much real estate on your computer, so that's a pretty high honor. So you really like the poster.
All right, I might have to downgrade this a little bit.
Oh God.
I'll put the sticker in my drawer, but I'll have the sticker.
So you just collect the sticker but not look at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about a binder? A notebook. I'll put it on a notebook.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. All right. When would you see this? This weekend, within the year, eventually / on the back burner, or you saw all you need to see?
I mean, that trailer was pretty awesome, but I think I'm gonna. I would like to see this within the year. I'm a fan of zombie movies.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think this one's going to be good.
I think you also have a greater appreciation for the Italian zombie films.
I mean, I really just want to watch more Italian films. I know some of them can be either heavy-handed or a little boring.
Yeah.
But this one looks like it does not lack on the awesome zombies and the action.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it would be a fun watch.
Yeah. I don't watch as many Italian horror films as you. What do you mean, why?
That was super accusatory.
It was very accusatory. Because I have attempted and I've often fallen asleep, to be honest. I just watched Cat of Nine Tails the other night and it started out solid. And then as it went on, there was like a long car chase that was perhaps 3 minutes too long. And then at the end, the reveal, I was like, who is that? Can't remember who that was. I know this happens to me a lot when I watch Italian horror movies. So
you're not the hugest fan of Italian horror.
I'm not, you know?
That's okay.
So this one, that little trailer had some good scenes in it. I like that bird, but I have a feeling that bird's at the end. So I'll have to sit through a lot to get to that bird. So I'm going to say I'll see this eventually.
But you will see it.
I'll see it eventually.
Okay. If you didn't watch the trailer, would this have been a movie that you would have seen otherwise? Like if it came up on Shudder in the thumbnails and you saw that little thumbnail poster, would you be like, I want to check this out?
You know, I probably would have glossed over it. Yeah.
So this is an instance where watching the trailer, who cares if it spoiled the entire movie and gave us all the best parts?
Yeah.
This is the type of movie that needs a trailer like this.
It needs a trailer, yes, that you can at least put it on the back burner.
All right. So this has been another mini episode of the Gutted Horror Podcast, a pre-gut.
A pre-gut.
Thanks for watching and or listening. We'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah. Bye.